Okay. Okay. Uh, so although this series is private, right? This particular session is private. But I believe it's important that it's kept on record for future purpose and references, right? Sometimes, um, when you come out and say something about what you've said before, people always need proofs, right? You need accountability, right? So, although it is a private, that is why I decided, okay, let it see that we could still connect to, so people who have issues connecting directly on StreamYard, because there's definitely going to be people who are going to have issues on StreamYard. So maybe if you're not on StreamYard, I may not be able to see your comments, right? But definitely if you're on my X, you're definitely going to be able to view. If you're on all these other platforms, maybe on YouTube as well, you should be able to view. And I believe there's a repost right now across the platforms. We should cover for, okay, we should cover for those having issues. So people, I think the last time I had this kind of thing was in March, and then there were so many persons who were sad that they were unable to connect, they were unable to join in because it got maxed out and stuff. So I decided that, okay, this time around we want to make it possible that there won't be problem of people saying you couldn't connect, they couldn't watch, they couldn't see. So it doesn't be like something skimmy was being done for just a few. So greetings. Let me go through comments briefly. All the sessions we've been having since I haven't been going through comments. So greetings, Lady Gold, Bryce. How are you doing? Greetings as well, Gideon. Mr. Gideon, greetings to you as well. Mr. Kingsley, greetings. Munachi, greetings as well. Miss Munachi, how are you? Miss Henry, Mrs. Henry, how are you doing as well? Chibota, hope you are good. Mr. Abdul Awal, it's been a while. Bad greetings as well. So if, for example, if you're connected and watching on any of the other platforms, which is definitely not directly on StreamYard, what you should do is to make sure you share this, right? If you're on StreamYard and you know someone needs to be on this Zoom, this live stream, send them this link, right? Send them this link. Do that ASAP, guys, ASAP. Good evening. So how are you doing? Hope you are great. Hope you are amazing as well. 6 TPO coming. Oh, oops. Oh. Insane. Mr. Taiwo Lushula, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're fine. Hope you're doing amazing. ABA, great. ABA, how are you? Hope you're good. Yeah, MC says I've reposted the stream. Fantastic. That'll be awesome. Cool. Jimmy. Jimmy, how are you? How's the family? Hope you're good. Chidi, good. Greetings, Chidi. Hope you're amazing. GGE football. Do you play football on YouTube? GG, how are you doing? Shifu Welt, would you like many viewers? Let's make it popular. How would you make me popular? How is that possible? Maybe you send the message now. Send the message on the. I think there should be a message on the Kick app. I don't really know how the app works, but someone's definitely going to reply you if you send a message on the Kick app. I have someone operating the account there. Greetings, Victor. How's your week been, Victor? Hope you've been good. I am. This is exactly if I was on my way to stream you, but got YouTube notifications, which yeah. I mean, people have their notifications turned up on YouTube, they'll be able to still connect, right? So just the preference of each person is differ per time. Some people prefer, so just making that available for everyone. Boluwatife Ojo, greetings as well. Joshua, greetings, sir. Joshua, how are you? I hope you're good. Sir Joshua, I think this is the first time you're joining Shifu's live stream, Abby. Okay. Caleb, hello Caleb, how are you? Shaji, greetings as well. Awesome. Father, me, I have been following you since 2019 in your first WhatsApp group. Then interesting. Eyitayo Oyebamiji, good evening, boss. How are you? Ania, Jeff. Oh, there are a lot of people I have to be tipping. Okay. I see you, Taiwo. I see you, Philip. Zion, I see you. Right? Daniel, I see you. Okay, let's get the numbers up a bit. So a little bit. We just crossed 200 persons. Let's get the number. I want us to share a bit before I start. Greetings, Pastor B. I see you as well. Hope you're good. Echoes of dreads. Greetings. Benga, how are you? Dear my rabbi, yes, Kurede. It's been a minute. Hope you're good. Debbie Welts, Mrs. Debbie, how are you? Hope you're good. How's family? How's kid? Yes, the number is up. Okay. Barry Ack, how are you? If I don't see your name, please just know it's an oversight, right? I'm just like scrolling through. So whatever pops up is what I'm just saying, right? God's favor, I see you. Wealthy, Omoruye, I see you. Amos, Faith, I see you. Father, you may tell me, can I chat you on WhatsApp? If you've got my WhatsApp number, then fine, you can. Samson Thomas, I see you as well. Adele KK, I see you. Greetings as well. Amos, awesome. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay, let us get started. Let us get started. Like I said, this is supposed to be, it's very private, but I believe it's important because I'm not going to be doing this again, right? I won't be doing this till next year. But if I'm going to do this, I believe it's going to be with those of us who are going to be coming out to say, because of Shifu say this. I want that. You know how they used to do in all these church settings, testimonial series, right? We'll do like 15 to the first 15 to 20 videos will be for testimonies. I will come out. That's the only thing that will make me want to come out and do again, right? So I don't waste my time. My time is very, very important and valuable to me. So let's get started. I've got a slide which we are going to use, which is what we are going to start with. Greetings, Lord Shifu. It's been ages. Glad to hear your glorious voice again. Yeah, it's been a while. It's good to see you again. It's good to have you connected as well. Greetings. Now, where do we start? The last time I did this kind of series, whereby I called for the mass attention of everyone, was in March, the last week of March. The last week of March, right? It was in March, the last week of March. This series, we started the future series, and this is the cream de la cream of all the episodes. 1000x every 1000 days. 1000x every 1000 days. So when I looked at the fact that, okay, first and foremost, I want to, there's so many things I need to teach and talk about this, but how can I compress time considering how busy my schedule is and what I'm going to fill in? So the best thing I concluded is that, okay, let me continue on what is most important, what a lot of people really, really, really need right now. And that is why I called for this. The last time we had this was in the last week of March, and I gave us 7 predictions. Those of you who've been following me for a long time know that I don't just come out to say things. I'm a futurist of global times and events, a futurist that says that a lot of things that happens within our sector, within our industry, years ahead of time, months ahead of time, weeks ahead of time. The purpose of a futurist is not just to predict, right? But the purpose of a futurist is to be directionally correct with the least possible margin of error. The least possible margin of error. Applying the science of psychohistory. That is the duty of a futurist. And those who are futurists are being paid heavily for that. And yes, I'm being paid heavily. For whatever I'm doing right now, I'm being paid heavily. That's why I can decide not to do it again, because there are a lot of people who value what I'm doing and are paying me very, very good premium for what I am doing. Right? In March, the last week of March, I gave us 7 predictions. I don't know how many of you still have your notes of the 7 things I said, but if you still have your notes, let me know in the comment section. The first thing I talked about was talking about Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, which was somewhere around 85K as of the time we had that session. And I was making it clear to show us that, okay, based on, and I was expecting a pullback to 74K. And I was looking at that range from the 85K region to the 74K, which was a short opportunity. That was the first thing I said that was going to happen when we had that live stream. And we saw Bitcoin drop from 85K to 74K days after that live stream, which was on this last week of March. The second thing I told us is that this bull run is going to be the fastest bull run ever. It's designed in such a way that the first peak we are going to have will be looking at April. Bitcoin peak will be at April. There will be a peak in April and a peak between August and September in Bitcoin. And that the market is different. That is why we are open or launching the Forex trading network. That's the second thing I said. And if you go to the charts, which we are going to look at a bit, right? Let's go to Bitcoin. If we go to the Bitcoin chart, hold on. I have to use the daily charts. Where the party has been happening. Okay, Benga says, I still have my notes. Amazing. I like people who take notes, right? So what I'm saying is not just me trying to blab or wasting my effort. People who take notes reminds me that, okay, people are keeping accountability, right? That was March. This is what we had, right? This is what we had. That was last week of March. Look at how Bitcoin dropped to the zone I talked about, 74K region. Look at the drop, right? That's the first thing I said. The second thing I said about April. right? April, we've got this movement in April. We had this movement in April, and I said somewhere between August and September there will be a peak. What happened here? This is August, right? This was where Bitcoin peaked in August, the second week of August. Exactly what I said, that from the first peak, which the run starts from, we said the run begin from 74.5K region, and the first peak, which will begin from April, we should expect another peak in August. And this is what we're saying. Bitcoin peaked in August. I told you guys this thing. If you take record of what I'm saying, if you took record of everything I'm saying, this was the second thing I said that played out very, very well. I don't have time to always come and be posting and bragging and doing it, but once I call something like this, I'm saying it, it just happens as it's being said. Okay, sorry. My screen wasn't showing. Okay, my screen is showing now. Thank you for drawing my attention to that. So this was the second thing that was being said, right? So this is what we said. We said 85K, 74K region. That's the first thing. The second thing we said is that there will be a peak. The peak will start from April, right? And then by August, you should expect the peak. So the second week of August, we had this drop. Funny enough, when it even got to August, I wasn't even concerned about saying anything again, right? Instead, I just sent to the few persons. There are few persons who I know that I value very much and I respect. Amazing people in my circle, private circle. I just sent it to their DMs. That on the 14th of August, or was it? I forgot the exact, but I know I sent them a date that something on August. The market should start dropping or so on, and they should expect that drop from there. And that is when it started dropping. I didn't bother posting it publicly because anybody who is taking accountability, I've already done that for. I've helped a lot of people already, right? So what I owe is people who I'm attending to, the private people I'm attending to, are the ones I owe accountability and telling them that, okay, on this particular date, this is what will happen. But besides that, this thing was already stated way ahead of time, right? Now, the third thing I said, which has not happened, is that this bull run, we will see between $200,000 per Bitcoin to $500,000 per Bitcoin. And I'm making an emphasis as per between this year and the first quarter of this year. So between this year and March, and March next year, we are going to be seeing $200,000 per one Bitcoin to $500,000. So within the next 5 months, this is going to happen. But this is the one. I said there are only two things. After the 7 things, I said there are only two that haven't happened. And I will also tell us those two things, the duration of when it will happen. So I'm not coming to say new things entirely. I'm coming to reiterate the 5 that has happened out of the 7 and the 2 that will happen. Not even 1 out of the 7 will not happen. Every single thing will happen. I am Shifu Wealth and I know what I'm saying. Now, number 14 I said is that if March we close above 80K, and when that happens, any retracement from that level to 74K, it should be a hard buy. Any retracement we get from that zone will be the hard buy. And if you look at the chart, we got that opportunity, right? If we look on the daily time frame, we look at the close of March, right? March closed above 80K, around that 84K region or so. And then we had the retracement. I said any retracement from that zone to 74K is a hard buy. Now, anybody who had bought Bitcoin when I said this at 74K and followed through with to the peak I said, that person would have, we could use the word, almost doubled their money, because 74 times 2, you're looking at 150K. So at 122K, you had almost 100% of what I said. This was the fourth thing I said, and we saw that playing out. Now, the fifth thing I said is the 72 to 78K region is the buy range. It's the same thing. It's like reiterating the same thing and a lot of opportunities within the same thing. It was a buy region. And this is the thing I always say about human beings. A lot of people, they forget. They don't take accountability. They are listening with one ear, coming out from the left ear. They're listening from the right ear, they're coming out from the, and sometimes, that's why I always say that Everybody can be rich in this life, but not everybody will be rich. Everybody can, but not everybody will be. And the reason why everybody won't be is because those who are rich and successful today are the people who are willing to do today what others are unable to do. So the secret to wealth is being able to do the things today that others are unable or are willing to do, so that you can have the kind of life tomorrow that others will never have. And one of the things people will not want to do is that they won't want to join a session like this because it is free. They think I'm coming to sell something, right? So they won't do it. But you doing it is a step. It's the first step. The second step is those who now join, out of over 400 persons who join, maybe only 40, just 10% will be taking notes, will be paying attention to capitalize on what I said. And just that 10% will have results. And then 90% will keep on wallowing. They'll be waiting for the next information, the next thing that will drop and will drop. They're looking for people who are still playing all those, all these people are still playing tinko in the crypto space. That's the 15 I said. The 16 I said that for 2 years I have been plotting Ethereum, and I showed us the chart. I gave a chart, a zone that Ethereum will come back to that zone. I gave that chart. I analyzed that 2 years ago, which is in 2023, and I posted it on the Telegram. And I drew our attention to it. Those of you who are in the crypto trading network, you will see I posted it there. That Ethereum is going to go to 1450 level. And once it gets there, it will never get to that point again. From there, it is going to move up. I said, even if you want to enter a swing long position, you can enter a swing long on Ethereum and go to sleep. Somebody sent me $8,000. How much is one Ethereum? So let me be sure I'm saying the exact figure. One Ethereum is around $4,500. So what the person sent was 2 Ethereum. That was last week. The person sent me 2 Ethereum last week. And the 2 Ethereum the person sent me was just thanking me just because of this alone. Just because of this alone. The person doesn't like leverage, doesn't have capital, but he bought a good amount of Ethereum. Just on this alone. And it just because of what I talked about, the market retracing and all those put together. So he sold out a large quantity last week and decided to just dash me $9,000 just from this alone. Just from Ethereum alone. Now that was the 6th year. And if you look at Ethereum, right? Let's look at Ethereum. If you look at Ethereum on the Ethereum chart, look at the entry we talked about, right? The level we talked about. It got into that area, tapped into it. Look at the chart here. This was the chart I gave. Like I gave some 2 limits order. This was here. It got here, and from here. So if you want to use the 2, let's just assume, right? Let us assume that, because the thing most people are concerned. Okay, please post that thing of 20K market cap. So when I buy that 20K market cap, it's going to go to 200 million. It will not change my life. Ike Guru. From here, this zone, if you are bought from here to here, 250%. With peace of mind. If you are long on 10x, it will be over 2,000%. And since then, Ethereum has never come down to this zone again. That's never come down to this zone again. This was the 16 I said, and we've seen this played out very, very well. Played out very, very well. Yep. It's gotten to the 4,500 and it has played out very, very well. Now, I told us the meeting was very serious and you shouldn't joke with whatever I'm saying that time. And I may not do that again. If I'm going to hold it, I'm not too sure when. Now, March, April, I did not hold this. May, I didn't hold it. June, July, August, I didn't hold. September, I didn't hold. I gave 5 months gap And now this is October. I am holding another. Now, the seventh thing I said, which is the second thing out of 7 that hasn't played out, is that anyone that invests $1,000 in a good coin can make anywhere from $15,000 to $150,000. Now, it has also played out in various aspects. That's the truth. It has played out in various aspects, right? For people who do their research based on the things I said and the things I teach. Very true. It has played out in various aspects. But what most people want sometimes is, okay, Shifu, where do you have most confidence in that this thing will happen, right? So I decided to say, okay, let me not mark it that it has played out. Let me just say that. Let me leave it to the sense of people who are waiting to hear what Shifu is going to say. So out of 7 things, 5 things have played out successfully, and there are 2 that are yet to play out. And these 2 are going to play out between this October and October, November, December, and February next year. So within the next 5 months, these 2 things are going to play out. The biggest bull run in the history of crypto. And this series is not to come and tell you how many new things wants to come and play out. No. I just want to help you guys in these 2 areas. Making you understand, 1, when we should be expecting Bitcoin to get to that zones, because once you see Bitcoin on those levels, just know that the bull run has ended. Don't put yourself, the bull run has ended. It has ended. If it happens next month, it has ended. If it happens in 2 months' time, it has ended. If it happens in 3 months' time too, it has ended. It's just the same way you understand the times and the seasons. You know when the weather is changing, rain wants to fall. When the weather is hot, summer, you know how to summer. I want to show you how to know when the winter of crypto is about to happen, right? That is 1. Number 2, I'm just going to give you only 2 coins that I believe can produce that kind of results for you within this period. Now, there are a lot of people who have money on this call who will take advantage of these things, and they will make a lot of money. There are people who throw $50,000, $100,000, $500,000, $50,000, $20,000, whatever figures. It is fine, right? But there are those people. There are people who don't have money. There are people who have very little. And I want to give you an advice that could help you to maximize whatever I'm saying, because I don't need to charge you for it. I don't care about charging you for it. But you can utilize whatever I'm saying now and sell it. Whatever I'm telling you now, you can sell it, right? You can sell it. You can charge others, let them pay you for it, because what I'm giving is premium. The fact that I'm coming online, I'm just saying whatever I want to say, doesn't mean that it's no. What I'm giving is premium. So you can sell it. Secondly, there's some people who may not want to buy it from you because maybe you don't have any results, you don't have any progress, right? You can enter a deal to share or split profits. I'm showing you things most of us did starting out, right? There are people, you enter a deal that, see, there is this information. If we capitalize on this thing and this thing happen, I'm entering a deal, you are going to share profit with me or split profit with me. But see, there are some people you do this for, that once they start seeing gains out of it, they may not want to split profit. Human beings are very greedy. So I will advise you to get an insurance. Get an insurance so some people who are very, very greedy will not deal with you. Very, very important, just for your own good, right? For your own good. Now, in 2018, I recommended 3 coins. 3 coins in 2018. And I want to show a video, right? A video of the meeting, right? A meeting for it. Coming. Coming. Okay. Someone says, "Sir, remember you said September. You're hearing with your left ear and right ear, talking about last year, but in this year, talking about last year. People who don't pay attention and who don't take record. That was not part of whatever I said in the 7 things. That's why you should learn how to pay attention clearly, so you'll not be hearing left when they are saying right. That's the reason some people, it's village people that is their problem. When village people is after your life, you could be saying one thing and the person is hearing the left thing. It's a serious problem.
If you understand the potential in this, in what you are involved in, that within the next 5 years, we might see, but we might not see on this level again. We might not see on this space again. Maybe to attend my meetings, you have to fly down to Europe or to fly down to US or wherever any country I know I will be based, because I won't be based in Nigeria. Amen. So that is it. Now we have number 2, cyber fraud risk. This one is hard because your cryptocurrencies, if it's on an exchange, it can be hacked. Some online wallets said they can even hack it.
This video I just played for us, which we can see, and you can hear my boot claims in that video, was in 2018 in August 2018. This video was a seminar I held at Woji, Port Harcourt, August 2018. Can you see? I can remember the month, the year, and even the place. What I can't remember is the name of the hotel. But you can see how I was bragging with so much confidence then. There are a few persons on this call who were present in that meeting. Right? I gave 3 at the end of that series, right? I gave 3 coins that I believe that were going to actually do well. I believe they were going to really, really do well that year. And the first one I gave was Dogecoin. The second I gave was Cardano. I want to be sure. Coming. The first one I gave was Dogecoin. The second I gave was Cardano. The third I gave was Chainlink. And that was during this meeting when I was making all these bold claims and blah, 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 blah. You can see how old the video is and how lean I was looking and how black I was looking there. This was a couple of years ago. Right? Now let's look at what happened from then, August 2018 to 2021. Now, Chainlink alone was around 20 cents when I talked about it, and it rose to $52. That's over 260x. Over 26,000%. So this means someone who had $100 in Chainlink would have made $26,000. Someone who had $1,000 would have made $264,000 plus dollars. Somebody who had $10,000 would have made $2.6 million. Dogecoin ran over 184x because it was at 0.004 range when I talked about it in August. That means someone who had $100 on Doge would have made over $18,000. Someone who had $1,000 on Doge would have made over $184,000. Somebody who had $10,000 on Doge would have made $1.8 million. Now we have Cardano, right? Cardano rose massively as well. Somebody who had $100 would have made over 3,000. Somebody who had $1,000 would have made over 31,000. So who had 10,000 would have made over $310,000. Now, I did an estimate because there were a few people there are a couple of persons who actually did this, who were in that meeting who actually did it, because Some people were in that meeting, which I just showed us, where people who work in Shell, some people who work in Chevron, some people who work in, so they had access to fund, right, and capital. Now, those who were able to, a $10,000 invest, people who spent $10,000 into this tree, $10,000 in Chainlink, $10,000 in Dogecoin, $10,000 in Cardano. Chainlink alone over 264,300%. Dogecoin over 184,300%. Cardano 31,000%. So those who split $10,000 into this tree, turned those $10,000 into that, just this tree alone, turned it into $4.7 million at the peak. There's no investment in this world that can give one that kind of return. But one thing you also need to pay attention, because a lot of people don't pay attention, because this is like I said, this is the kind of thing that a lot of you came into crypto. But what most people are concerned is about is that how can they put that $10,000 now, and in 1 week they'll just hit it. No, it is not that way. It is not like that. There's a video, my team is supposed to put that video out. I don't know why they haven't put that video out yet. But that video, I made a statement about when Shiba Inu actually launched. Those people who actually bought Shiba Inu when it launched, if you had bought Shiba Inu when it launched with $1,000, after the launch, your $1,000 would have been turned to $10. Because Shiba Inu dropped more than 99.99%. Anybody who bought Shiba Inu the first month of its launch, that with $1,000 would have had $10. That's how bad it went. And I knew, because I was there. Whatever I'm saying is verified. Go on chain, because some of you don't understand history, don't even know what is happening. All you're seeing is somebody bought it and changed life. What you don't know is what people went through holding it. It was sometime around May 2021, right? Sometime around May 2021. Someone said, why did we need to register? Get out of this Zoom if you feel like it's not important. Why did we need to register if it was to be streamed, Jerry? You're not needed here. I don't need people like this. Get out of here. People who don't have respect for value. I just banned him from this channel. If you feel like what I'm saying here is not important, get out. It's not for you. Like I said, I'm not sent for everybody. I'm sent for people who are serious with their life, who want change. There's over 7-point-something billion people in this world, and not everybody's life will be changed. Some people will remain poor forever. It's not anybody's fault. It is their personal fault. So if you're among people who want to remain poor forever, this is not the Zoom for you. This is not a session for you. I'm not here to prove anything to you. Anybody who's been following me for years, I have no reason to prove anything to you. It has never been my life. It has never been my way, and it will never be. What I'm doing here is for the change and the testimony and the result of people who want that change and testimony. So once I see a fool, I'll kick them off this stream. In my zone is dictatorship. We are practicing dictatorship. There's not like democracy here. Dictatorship, because we need people who are serious-minded on this live stream, not people who don't know their front from their left. People who are okay with nonsense. They don't have value for time and value for people. Now, back on what I was saying about Shiba Inu. What people don't know is that most of us we bought at that 1,000, it dumped. It dumped massively. Massively. It took about 5 to 6 months later before it started. The massive returns that changed people's life now happen. That is what happened. But where is my focus getting to? Where is my focus getting to in what I'm saying? Where am I drawing my attention to? There were people who bought early and they had to hold to that change that happened and their life changed. There are people who maybe they didn't buy when it dipped, and people who sold because they were angry at Shiba Inu and they regretted, right? That's the second category. Now, there's a third category of people who bought that year. Maybe they bought 2 months before it happened, or 1 month before it happened, or 3 months before it happened, and their life turned around. These are 3 different categories of people. 3 different categories of people. The ones who bought too early and they were pissed off and they sold off. The ones who bought too early and they just say that anything that want to make it just happen, I beg, I just leave this in a beg. Maybe it go up, and their life later change. I'm among the people who so these are bag holders. I was among the bag holders, right? I was among the bag holders. There were people who had the bag holders. I was among the bag holders. And then we had the third category of people who maybe they bought 3 months into it or 2 months into it and their life got changed. Right? So most of the videos I'm doing and all this is definitely going to be helpful. I made my first millionaire this year. Congrats. I love that. Amazing. I love this kind of results and testimonies. Amazing. Kudos to you, Gideon. That's good. I love that for you. Okay, back to what we were saying. And I'm looking forward to you making your next 10. I'm looking forward to you making your next 10 and your next 15 and your next 20 and up and up and up. The Forex Trading Network helped me a lot. I love this. Amazing. Good to know that the Forex Trading Network helped you and you made. I'm looking forward to your next 10, your next 15, and your next 20 as well. Good. I love testimonies and results. It makes you know that what you're doing out there is changing people's life, right? And what most people don't know that joining the Forex Trading Network is actually free. This is what we're saying, right? Forex Trading Network is a free network. I have somebody who came to my DM and was asking me stupid questions. I told him that, see, don't join if you don't want to join. It's not on my business. Just get out of my DM. Don't even just disturb my life, right? If you were paying for it, maybe I would have replied to you. But that's all by the way. Now, that's why this same session that it is free. Some people won't value it because it's free. What I'm saying now is not free. See, there are over 500 persons on this live stream, but like I said, it's not this 500 persons life that will be changed. Maybe it's only 50. Maybe it's only 100. Maybe it's only, and I'm okay. Just 50 or 100 is okay. Let me tell you why I'm okay. This course I just talked about now. Someone says Baba is not by Banyo. Maybe you're feeling like I should remove you too as well now. So if you feel like it's not important, why are you now joining? I've removed another person as well. So I think I need an admin to be kicking up these people who are joining as well. Congrats to that guy as well. See, anybody who is not comfortable with my style, whatever I'm saying right now, just zoom off. I don't need you on this call, right? I'm not for you. Whatever I'm saying is not for you. Allow me be. People want to hear me, do we hear, right? Now, a lot of people, I'm currently running my PWM, right? Which is the private wealth management portfolio. And these are people who give large funds to buy cryptos for them, right? People who have very, very large funds. People who have like from minimum of $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, like large funds. People who give like mega millions and say, Shifu, I want you to please help me get the right coins, which I believe is going to do so well. Now, I deal with a lot of these people right now, but majority of them were people who actually took advantage of this in 2018 and 2019. Most of these people you see who are dashing me $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, they are dashing this amount of money. They made mega amount of money, right? They make massive amount of money from this run. And in case most of you know this, is that my own personal fund is being launched, right? My own personal fund is being launched next month, right? Which is going to be a multi-million dollars fund, but it's a private fund, right? I'm launching my fund next month. It's a private fund, is not a public fund, it's a private fund. And thus on a global level, right? I've gotten my certifications from the UK, from the Canada as well, and from 3 different countries already, which we already have that going live in a month's time. And it's going to be a hedge fund to help startups and all that put together. But now, when you begin to operate in this way, your attention is more for people who have a certain amount of money, right? So this is why I love my attention on people. And my desire is that everybody here gets to that level, because that will determine me giving you much more attention next year. My intention will be more people already have results. People already earning very well. It's not for people who are still struggling for $1, $2, $100, $1,000. No. So we want to take advantage of whatever is right now to see how you grow, right, and how you scale to literally become big, right? Most of these people right now, they are in good place. Many of them are not even involved in crypto. Many of them are doing other things they are doing, and I'm grateful for them, right? Grateful for their progress, their result, whatever they are having right now, right? Some of them are in various industries already. They are in various industries already. So I want a lot of people right now. That's the reason why I opened the Bull Run group, right? Usually the Bull Run group is for that. And I said that once we started seeing a level of results in the Bull Run group, right, we are going to have certain things running for 2026 and beyond. So that's the desire for everyone to be able to scale and good. So let's look at two cryptos which we believe can give that. What are their names? What are their potentials? And why do I think these coins can do what they can do? Right? What are the names of these coins? What are their potential? And why do I believe that they can do what they can do? Now, you must know that it is very hard for people to use that people want to use $100 and make $1 million. That time has passed. Like I said, the more we move into this space, the harder it becomes, right? The harder it becomes, the more difficult it becomes. And knowing fully well that the more it gets to that point, the harder it becomes on that point, on that level. People who have more capital, more plan are the ones who are going to make way more amount of money. Someone says the name of the hotel is Royal Crest Hotel. Amazing. What are their names and potential? When are they going to move up, right? And why do I think they are going to move up? That's what I want us to deal on and talk about on right now. So first of all, $100 won't change your life in these coins right now, because $100 will give you profit. It will take a lot of years, right? But the bigger quantity could literally help you very, very well. The first coin and the second coin, there are two coins which I believe have that potential, and I'm going to be talking about now. So if you want me to talk about them, type the word ready. Type the word ready on the comment section. Type the word ready on the comment section. Let me know if you are here. Type the word ready on the comment section. Let me be sure that there are people who are still here paying attention. Someone says, congrats, if I can assist, get here in Africa too. Well, that's if it's needed. No problem. We can always talk about that later on, right? You can always talk about that later on. There are two coins. The first coin is WikiCards, and the second coin is Mist, my standard. The first coin is WikiCards, and the second is Mist, my standard. And the potential for WikiCards is 5 billion market cap. The potential for WikiCards is 5 billion market cap. And the potential for my standard is 100 million market cap. Two different coins. The potential for WikiCards is 5 billion market cap, and the potential for my standard is 100 million market cap. Now, let me share my screen. funny enough, this is the thing. When this coin had a run just a few weeks ago, and before it run, I sent to a few persons like privately, which I know of, right? I sent to a few persons privately, which I know of, just a few friends, people I value, I respect. Like I said, just privately, I sent to them. I told them to buy this, and it was at let's see the market cap level. This was where it was. This was just August. I told them to buy it. It was around 5 million market cap or so when I told them to buy in August, and it ran to over 250 million. So it pained me that okay, I didn't tell a lot more people publicly, right? More people. So I said, okay, I want to wait for it to go down very well, pray about it, look, do some more level of research. I know that okay, before it makes its next level of what is going on, reach out to the team, the owners behind it, know what is going on behind it, and have the conviction before coming out again. Now, number one, I said the potential is 5 billion market cap for this. That is 5,000%. And pay attention to what I'm about to say. Before you rush, you will have enough time to write the names of the coin. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. Within the next 34 days, within the next 34 days to 340 days, this particular coin will start erupting to make new highs. What I'm saying is we start happening between the next 34 days to 340 days. Pay attention before you start asking about coins. There'll be time to go through, listen to everything I'm explaining. There'll be enough time to go through the names, right? The first one we said is WikiCat. The potential is 5 billion market cap, which is 5,000%. Within the next 34 days to 340 days, it will start erupting to make a new high and new levels. That is number one. Now let's go to number two. Number two is my standard. My standard, which is this one you are seeing here. We've talked about this already. We've talked about WikiCat already. Now, we want to, the number two is my standard. Now, my standard target is 100 million market cap. 100 million market cap, which is double of what WikiCat is giving. WikiCat were projecting for 5,000%. But for my standard, we're projecting at 10,000%. We're projecting at 10,000%. 10,000% from where it is right now. When I first talked about my standard was in June, and it moved from where it is to this level. Let's look at the market cap level. When I first talked about this, it was here in June, around 400K market cap, and it grew to 1.2 million market cap. Now I'm coming to say that our target is 10,000%, 100 million market cap. And now for WikiCat, I say within the next 34 days to 340 days, it will start erupting. But for my standard, within the next 24 hours, within the next 24 hours, it will begin to build floors. It will start building floors to go into making the next highs. So this chart you're seeing right now, we start forming to start making new highs to get to 1 million, break this, and continue moving up. Within the next 24 hours, it will begin building floors for the next high and to start running massively within the next 24 hours to 240 days. Take note of the time frame I am calling. Within the next 24 hours to 240 days. 240 days for my standard. Now, like I said, 100. Someone is asking, Debbie, on this call, please copy the writings and post in the comment section for people who are asking so they don't make this mistake. Or put it on the Telegram, our public Telegram. So don't make the next mistake. I shouldn't be doing that. $100 won't change your life in this. That's the truth, right? Because you take a lot thing. But I gave you guys a wisdom ahead of time based on what I'm saying. But $10,000 in WikiCats, right? If it does 5,000%, we're looking at $500,000. $10,000 in my standard. If it does 10,000%, you're looking at $1 million. But this is what I want to say. Please draw your ears very, very well. I know I'm calling these amazing numbers right now, but there are some of you that as this coin start moving up and does, let's say, 1,000% from where it is, you will not take profits. If you don't take profit when it does 1,000%, please don't come and stop me. Because I'm saying now, this seeds will start moving up. And if they start moving up, yes, my standard is multi-chain, it's both on ETH and AVAX. Both of them will move up, right? Both of them. But I use the AVAX one because AVAX has more liquidity. People like the one that has more liquidity, right? That's why I just use as an example. So, and it's fine. You see, you buy a coin with $10,000, you already have $100,000. There's some people that they will not want to take profit. They say, because Shifu said that. Please don't be like that. Let greed not overwhelm me, right? Now, I want to give you guys 5 reasons. 5 reasons for each of them. You know, when I say things, I don't just come and just say things. I give you reasons behind them. We've got, for example, WikiCat building a bank of its own currently. We've got them, they own their own wallets currently. 3, they are building a strong infrastructure ecosystem of its own. We know the guy, he's popular and he's docked, right? They are majorly focused on product and utility. Remember what I talked about value investing. We're entering the decade and the era. We have entered the decade and era of value investing. And value investing are projects that are not concerned about now. Projects that are focused on building for the next 5 to 10 years. For the next 5 to 10 years. And these are 5 reasons that check the box for WikiCat. Now, for my standard. My standard has a digital wallet of its own that is the first of its kind. The reason you don't have access to that wallet right now is because that wallet is only for the US citizens. My standard wallet is only for US citizens. That is why you can't have access to it right now. But in a couple of weeks or months' time, they will make it available for global usage. And in case you don't know, there are companies right now that are using that app of my standard. You know, we used to talk about Web3. The concept of Web3 is you being able to own your privacy, own your data. Can you monetize it? Monetize this where you can blah, 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 blah. What they are building is big. Now, for those of you who don't do research, go and check your research, check online, check the platforms. You will see the active mega seed investors that are backing them. The first twin brothers to ever buy Bitcoin. The first twin brothers to ever buy Bitcoin. The Winklevoss twins. They are seed investors in my standard. I repeat, the first twin brothers to ever buy Bitcoin, the Winklevoss twins, they are seed investors in my standard. Go and check. Because when most people start knowing, like I always say, when everybody knows things, it becomes late. It becomes late. Right? Number 3, they are building their own hub of data infrastructure while partnering with the #1 data oracle platform of the world. Please, who is the #1 data oracle platform of the world? Chainlink, am I right? Chainlink is the #1 oracle platform of the world. Chainlink is partnered with my standard. So this is not a small protocol. This is not your DGen play. This is not your buy one, sell two. This is a big platform with a vision of the future in the next 5 to 10 years. What you're doing on LinkedIn right now, someone says the founders of Gemini. Yes. Now, there's some things I can't even say because of NDA. I can't say some things, but let me not say those things. But the vision of the future, we're looking at the next 5 to 10 years. LinkedIn will become trash. Because when everybody is using the My Standard app, it becomes the next big thing. Right? Because on LinkedIn, everybody's trying to look for a job. And yet, most people, it's hard for them to get a job. But now, imagine a Web3 version of LinkedIn. And that Web3 version of LinkedIn is what My Standard is building or is doing. Yes, Chainlink is number one, and they are partnered with My Standard. So imagine if the number one Oracle data platform is partnered with you, and you're building a hub of data infrastructure. Imagine how big what they are building is. So, like I said, you're looking at value investing. You're not looking at the now. You're looking at a project and protocol that they are building for the next 5 to 10 years. People that are focused on building utility, raising capital, getting angel investors, and pitching that what they need out there to the world. You see what? I don't know many of us remember Job Chain that moved up and then came down very well. Moved up, just be. If you look at Job Chain, for example, it's a very good product, but they are very poor when it comes to other things. Every time you're seeing that they're taking this license, they're looking this. Now imagine what that platform, that coin couldn't do. Imagine that My Standard is doing it in a better way, in a bigger way. Can it do 1,000x in the next 5 years? I believe so. Yes, I believe so. Yes, I believe so. So it's not even something that, it's something that, wait, trade what you're trading, because in the BSC chain, there'll be a lot of money that's going to be made, right? I will give calls, though. I will give calls. I'll make some calls and this. But if someone says, Shifu, which are the two best right now that you have much more confidence in, that, okay, I can just go to peace and sleep in that, I know this week, we are talking about Wikicat and My Standard, that even if it comes down in value, I know that it will continue going up. It's steady. I'm not going to be panicking. I'm looking at My Standard and I'm looking at Wikicat. There are people who are going to be throwing $20,000 on this, $50,000 on this, $100,000 on this. Now, these people don't care about you. They don't care about me, right? So whether you decide to take advantage of it or not, you will see them doing it. I've told us the names of these coins, the potentials of these coins, right? Potential is what could be the possible target. And I've also given us the reasons behind why I believe these things are going to get to where they are going to get to. For those of you in Africa, very soon there are certain stores that will start be making use of Wikicat. Just like Pi is being accepted in some stores right now. Pi. The way Pi is being accepted in some stores, that's how Wikicat will start being accepted in some stores. Those of you in the US, companies are already hopping on the My Standard app as we speak, and they are about to go global. So companies even in Africa, in Europe, can also onboard on the app. So it will be very easy for you to get employment as a Web3 native using the My Standard app. We are not talking shit coins now. We're talking about something that you know that, okay, this will give a good return. This can change the person's life. This can give massive growth, massive wealth. These two protocols is what we are looking out for. Now, like I said, if I'm going to do this kind of series again, maybe it's going to be next year, maybe in December, or maybe October. But if I'm going to do it, it's going to be from the testimonies of those of you who will capitalize on what I'm saying. These are people who take advantage of this and say, okay, these are the things that people say, these are the remaining two, and now I did this, and this is the result I got. Just 10 to 20 persons who will share their testimony and results, saying that, okay, they are willing to share their testimony and share their results, then I'll be able to come on live and do something like this again. After this remaining two has played out, then we will not come, maybe I will not say the next 7 things for 2026. Whether the market is bear market or not, it's none of our business, right? It's none of our business. Now look at what am I looking at? Oh, I said Bitcoin. We're looking at 200K to 500K. 500K may be far-fetched, but 200K is not far-fetched. In fact, 180K is not far-fetched. Once you see 180K to 200K, the market has begun to top. When we 180K to 200K happen, it may happen anytime between November, December, right? And if it happens, you know what? When the market tops, altcoins will still linger for a couple of weeks. And that's why we're looking at from this period, right? We're looking at from this period to like February to like February into March. Like I said initially, there are some specifically coins that we still do well even in the bear market next year. But when that time comes, I will explain it. But that is not our focus for now. I want people's life to trade. I want people to scale their portfolio. There are people who reach out to me and say, Shifu, how can I be a part of your private wealth management so I can give you this quality so you can buy the right coins for me? I know that. Explain to me how your private. And I said, how much do you have? They said they've got $50,000. I said, sorry, you can't be part of it. There are people who say they've got $20,000, $30,000. I said they can't even be part of it, right? Because everyone who is there is either 6-figure to 7-figure to 8-figure earners. I swear, nothing below that category. And I want those of you who've been watching me during my sessions to catapult into that level, catapult into that realm, right? So when these figures are being talked about, it won't be a big deal to you, right? It won't be a big deal to you. It will be normal to you. So I'm wishing everybody's life being changed. Now, there's something which, just imagine if in 2018, I was very vocal on Twitter. I was very vocal. Let's imagine I was vocal online on Twitter, on X, on YouTube. Maybe I would have been a legend because of most of these calls. Most of these calls I was doing, like you saw the video, what I said in video. What did I say in this video? Let me play that video again. You can see what I said in this particular video.
If you understand the potential in this, in what you are involved in, that within the next 5 years, we might see, but we might not see on this level again. We might not see on this space again. Maybe to attend my meetings, you have to fly down to Europe or to fly down to US or wherever any country I know I will be based, because I know I won't be based in Nigeria. Amen. So that is it. Now we have number 2, cyber fraud risk.
Now, when you look at this,
because your cryptocurrencies, if it's on an exchange,
you look at everything I've ever walked into, I have known, I have said it way ahead of time. So what I am doing in the public, I do for myself. These 2 coins will move up, they will fly up very well. They will do extremely well. A lot of people will make money, a lot of people will make change. People will capitalize on it, whatever way they feel to capitalize on it. Right? Then the market as well, Bitcoin as well. Let me look at the charts. For example, if you look at for the past, it's going to how many weeks now, right? For how many weeks now? For 5 weeks, I've been giving forecast on Bitcoin, and you will see how it's played out. Every single week, back to week. It is just the mercy of God, right? It's God that has helped us that we haven't failed. That doesn't mean that there are times when we make mistakes. Like I said, there'll be times, there's nobody that's 100% accurate, right? But we've spot on, right? We're spot on those ones and not up with that. So I'm looking at, there's no data this week, right? There's no data this week. So because there's no data this week, because of the holiday and stuff, blah, 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 we are all unsure what is going to happen, right? But initially, we're looking at a pullback on Bitcoin, a heavy pullback on Bitcoin, just one more pullback, and that's going to be the opportunity. So the pullback is the opportunity of where it is, right? The opportunity within the space and all that. But this recommendations I'm giving you has nothing to do with pullback or no pullback, movement or no movement. It's up to you guys, right? It's up to you guys. Like I said, for me, you're looking at within the next 24 hours, within the next aspect, from now to this time tomorrow, you will see that so that we start moving up. From now to this time tomorrow, you see that we start moving up. And then for WikiCat, you will see that from now to within the next 34 days, it will also start moving up to 340 days. And then that's our target range, 24 days to 340 days to get to the target. The miss from 24 hours to 240 days region as well for both of these asset classes as well. Position, take advantage, make money, but protect your capital this season. Don't just throw your money around. If you can see, sometimes I'm playing around on my Twitter. Like there was a coin I bought, Is it regret? Pa, it just moved up, and I bought a very small amount. I just moved up. I was just surprised. This thing moved up. Oh. Some do well, some don't do well. Some perform well, some don't perform well. There are some. Look at plasma chain. Plasma chain. The coins body are just they've just been digging grave, digging grave. But this is the thing. When you have a comfortable asset, like what I teach you guys about reserve, you have your reserve where you know that okay, this coin is your reservoir. You don't have a problem because you know that you're playing around with smaller capital and these other things. Some of them we do well, fine. You cash out, rotate like that. You scale. We're in BSC season, a lot of opportunities in BSC season, right? We make a lot of money out of BSC seasons. A lot of course, just though there will also be a lot of money to be lost too, right? There'll also be a lot of money to be lost. Shifu, what do you have to say about staking coins like Atom? To be honest with you, this is not the time to stake coins. This is not the time to stake coins. Anybody who is staking coins now, by next year, you'll regret it big time. If you're staking coins now, you regret it next year because when the market is going down, those coins will start going down in value. If you're staking coins, you could make money within the next couple of months, right? If you're staking coins, it should be just within the next couple of months, except you're a very wealthy person and have a lot of capital. If you have a lot of capital, fine. If you don't have a lot of capital, by the time the market starts going down next year, if you're staking coins now, you will cry heavily. So just avoid that. But if you're staking for just the next couple of weeks and months, you're good to go. You're good to go as well. So I've said so much so far, and then I think it's time for me to for us to head out. It's been an amazing session. It's been an amazing time. I've said a lot, and I've talked about the two things that are left over, which is the Bitcoin, and I've just given us an idea for the Bitcoin, right? I already agree, but your strategy always works. I've given us an idea for the Bitcoin, and I've also given us what we say, because I know a lot of coins have done a lot of gains for people, but not everybody benefited from it, right? Even the first time I talked about Wikicat privately to a few persons, it wasn't publicly, right? So that's why I decided that, okay, let me do this publicly now before this next rally that is going to happen. And for my standard as well, let's see how we take advantage and benefit from this massively as well. Let's get the community in, and let's just wish the best for what is to come, right? And what is to come. Bye for now, everyone. And I wish us an amazing weekend and moving forward. Okay, guys, I'm out. Wow, my standard is already moving up so fast to Wahala. Wiki card is on what change? So BSC. I'm out, guys. I'm out. I'm just doing one of few things.